Hello, bashful readers. Have you ever read a dystopian novel and thought, this sounds eerily familiar? In recent years, the line between dystopian fiction and reality has become increasingly blurred. In this video, we'll explore 5 contemporary dystopian novels that hit close to home, reflecting the challenges we face in the modern world. In case these brief glimpses inspire you to start your own dystopian adventure, we've also provided links to each of our books in the video description. First up is American War by Omar El Akkad. Set in the late 21st century, the novel follows Sarat Chestnut, a young woman caught in the midst of a second American Civil War, fought over fossil fuel use. As the war and climate change ravage the country, Sarat's experiences with loss, injustice, and radicalization shape her actions and lead her down a path of violence and rebellion. The novel reflects the growing political divide in the United States, the debate over climate change, and the devastating impact of war on civilians. El Akkad's vision of a war-torn America, divided by ideological differences and environmental catastrophe, feels all too plausible in today's political climate.
The misery of war represented the world's only truly universal language. Its native speakers occupied different ends of the world, and the prayers they recited were not the same, and the empty superstitions to which they clung so dearly were not the same, and yet they were. War broke them the same way, made them scared and angry and vengeful the same way. In times of peace and good fortune, they were nothing alike, but stripped of these things, they were kin. The universal slogan of war, she'd learned, was simple. If it had been you, you'd have done no different.
The novel explores the radicalization of its protagonist, Sarat, as she navigates a world of violence and injustice, echoing the real-life experiences of those caught in the crosshairs of conflict. A striking example of this is the novel's depiction of the use of drone attacks and the targeting of civilians, drawing parallels to contemporary warfare. American War serves as a powerful warning about the potential consequences of failing to address deep-seated political divisions, the devastating effects of climate change, and the dehumanizing impact of modern warfare. Next, we have The Road by Cormac McCarthy. In this post-apocalyptic tale, a father and son journey across a desolate landscape, struggling to survive and maintain their humanity. The novel serves as a warning about the consequences of environmental neglect and highlights the importance of human connection in the face of adversity. McCarthy's stark, minimalist prose captures the bleakness of a world ravaged by an unspecified catastrophe, which many readers interpret to be a result of climate change or nuclear war.
The clock stopped at 1:17. A long sheer of light and then a series of low concussions. He got up and went to the window. "What is it?" she said. He didn't answer. He went into the bathroom and threw the light switch, but the power was already gone. A dull rose glow in the window glass. He dropped to one knee and raised the lever to stop the tub, and then turned on both taps as far as they would go. She was standing in the doorway in her nightwear, clutching the jamb, cradling her belly in one hand. "What is it?" she said. "What is happening?"
The father and son's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit as they cling to each other and their moral code in a world where hope is scarce. The novel's depiction of a world without law, where survival often means resorting to violence and cannibalism, serves as a chilling reminder of the thin veneer of civilization that hangs over our own world. The Road reminds us of the fragility of our society and the importance of preserving our shared humanity. The Water Cure by Sophie Mackintosh tells the story of 3 sisters raised in isolation, taught to fear men. When their father disappears and 3 strange men arrive, the sisters must confront the outside world and the secrets of their upbringing. The novel explores toxic masculinity and the trauma experienced by victims of abuse, drawing parallels to the Me Too movement. Mackintosh's haunting lyrical prose creates an atmosphere of unease and dread, as the sisters grapple with the legacy of their abusive father and the threat posed by the men who invade their sanctuary.
Once upon a time, damaged women came here to be cured. We took them in, fed them glasses of our clean, good water, let them scream at the waves till their lips split like ripe fruit. Now we are the damaged ones. We don't need to be cured. But it has become a habit, the water, the salt scrub. We have each other, and the water and our walls, and that ought to be enough.
The novel's depiction of the sisters' unconventional therapies, such as the water cure itself, highlights the psychological toll of trauma and the desperate measures survivors may take to cope. The Water Cure is a powerful feminist dystopia that reflects the ongoing struggle against patriarchal violence and oppression, and the need for solidarity among survivors. If you're enjoying this video so far, please like, share, and subscribe for more content exploring the fascinating world of books and literature. Also, feel free to let us know in the comments if you've read or plan to read any of the books in today's video. We appreciate it as your feedback helps us to improve our content and helps us to find more bashful book readers on YouTube. Our fourth title is Yoko Ogawa's The Memory Police, where we find a young writer trying to preserve a vanishing world on an island where objects, memories, and people are systematically erased by an authoritarian force. The novel serves as an allegory for state control, censorship, and the suppression of individual freedoms, reflecting the experiences of those living under oppressive regimes. Ogawa's subtle, understated prose creates a sense of unease as the reader witnesses the gradual erasure of the island's culture and identity.
It was a small island, beyond the reach of the rumors and terrors that wash over the rest of the world. The air was clean, and the water that flowed up from the springs under the rocks was sweet. But more than that, the island was blessed with a remarkable peace. Indeed, one might almost have thought it a paradise. There was only one troubling thing that gave cause for concern. The island's inhabitants, animals, and objects were slowly but surely disappearing.
The novel's depiction of the disappearance of seemingly innocuous objects, such as roses or photographs, and the subsequent erosion of memories associated with them, highlights the insidious nature of state control. The characters' attempts to preserve their memories and resist the memory police draw parallels to real-life struggles against censorship and historical revisionism. The Memory Police is a haunting meditation on the nature of totalitarianism and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. Finally, we have The Ministry for the Future by Kim Stanley Robinson. Set in the near future, the novel explores the complex challenges of addressing climate change through the eyes of a global organization established to combat its effects. The book directly addresses the urgent need for action on climate change and offers a vision of a more sustainable future. Robinson's sprawling, ambitious novel tackles the political, economic, and social obstacles to achieving a sustainable future, offering a mix of dire warnings and cautious optimism.
The world is a complex system, and we are part of that system. We can't just stand outside it and point at things we don't like. We have to engage with it, work with it, try to make it better. That's what the Ministry for the Future is all about. Not just pointing out problems, but actually trying to solve them. It's going to be hard, and it's going to take a long time, but it's the only way forward.
The novel's depiction of a catastrophic heat wave in India that claims millions of lives serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of inaction on climate change. Through a series of interconnected stories, the Ministry for the Future explores the potential pathways to a world that has successfully mitigated the worst effects of climate change, while acknowledging the immense challenges we face in getting there. The novel's portrayal of geoengineering efforts and the rise of eco-terrorism highlights the desperation and moral dilemmas that may arise as the climate crisis deepens. The Ministry for the Future is a clarion call for action, and a reminder that the fate of our planet hangs in the balance. These 5 novels demonstrate the power of dystopian fiction to reflect and critique real-world issues. In The Road, Cormac McCarthy reminds us,
when you dream about bad things happening, it shows you're still fighting. You're still alive. It's when you start to dream about good things that you should start to worry.
By understanding such warnings, we can work to prevent our world from becoming a true dystopia. We encourage you to read these thought-provoking books and consider the lessons they offer for our own world. Remember, you can find links to all the books mentioned in this video in the description below. If you enjoyed this exploration of dystopian fiction, be sure to check out our recent video on the top 5 must-read sci-fi novels for summer 2024 by clicking the link now appearing on the screen. And don't forget to let us know in the comments which of these dystopian novels you've read or plan to read, and what other books you'd like to see featured on this channel. Until next time, keep reading, stay curious, and stay bashful.